Listen to this. Silence. Not the silence of a quiet room, not the silence of night. This is the sound of nothing at all, because there is nothing there to make a sound, no air to carry it, no matter to vibrate, just 330 million light-years of absolute, suffocating emptiness. Astronomers found it in 1981. They named it the Boötes Void, but the people who study it gave it a better name. They call it the Great Nothing. We like to believe space is full. Stars scattered like sand, galaxies stacked like cities, an infinite buffet of light. That's the comforting lie. Look up on a clear night, and the sky looks crowded, glittering, alive. But that illusion only holds because we're standing inside a galaxy, the Milky Way, one of over 2 trillion. Zoom out far enough, and the universe stops looking like a city. It starts looking like a graveyard with a few scattered headstones. And the Boötes Void is the biggest unmarked grave we've ever found. Here is the scale of it, and it will break your brain. The void is roughly 330 million light-years across. Our entire local group of galaxies, the Milky Way, Andromeda, all of it, would fit inside the Boötes Void more than 1,000 times over. If you took Earth and shrank the void down to the size of a football stadium, our galaxy would be smaller than a single grain of sand resting on the 50-yard line. That's not empty space near us. That's a monster of a cavity, sitting out there in the cosmos, roughly 700 million light-years away, and it has been swallowing the dark for billions of years. At first, astronomers thought it was a fluke, a gap in their survey, a blind spot in the telescope, not the sky. But when Robert Kirshner and his team mapped galaxy redshifts in the late 1970s and early 1980s, the gap didn't go away. It got worse. They kept finding fewer galaxies than they expected. Not slightly fewer, but almost none. Later surveys confirmed only about 60 galaxies sit inside this volume. For comparison, a region of space that size should contain roughly 2,000. 97% of the galaxies that should be there simply aren't. Something starved this region before it ever had the chance to grow. Think about what that actually means for light itself. Light from the far wall of the void has been traveling toward us for hundreds of millions of years, and for almost the entire journey, it crossed nothing. No dust to scatter it. No gravity to bend it, no star to interrupt it. It is some of the purest, loneliest light in the observable universe, a beam that left its source before complex life even existed on Earth, and never once passed anything on its way here. That is not emptiness in the way we understand a quiet room. That is emptiness, with a timestamp measured in geological ages. Now imagine drifting into it, not falling. There's nothing to fall toward. You'd float and keep floating, and for tens of millions of years in every direction, there would be no galaxy close enough to see with the naked eye. A civilization born on a lonely world near the center of the Boötes Void would look up at their night sky and see nothing. No galactic disk, no neighboring stars smeared across the dark. Some astronomers have pointed out that if intelligent life evolved out there, they might not even develop astronomy, because they'd have no evidence the rest of the universe exists. They would be sealed inside a cosmic isolation chamber, utterly unaware they were not alone, because everyone else would be too far away to prove it. No radio signal, no visible galaxy, no clue. Their entire concept of the universe would begin and end with their own dying pocket of stars, and they would never even know how much they were missing. But nothing about a void this size happens by accident. The universe builds its structure the way a corpse decomposes, unevenly, violently, following the pull of gravity into clumps and gaps. Matter doesn't spread out evenly after the Big Bang. It collapses into filaments, walls, and clusters, the so-called cosmic web, and the empty pockets between those filaments are the voids. The Boötes Void isn't a hole punched into existence. It's a region where the raw material for galaxies was too thin, too sparse, and dark matter's gravity had nothing to grab onto and pull together. It is the universe's failure to build anything at all, stretched out across a volume larger than most of us can comprehend. Some of the handful of galaxies that do exist inside the void make it even stranger. A few of them show signs of unusually high star formation, as if they're burning through their limited fuel faster than they should, isolated survivors gorging on whatever scraps of gas drifted their way, with no neighbors left to share it with, and no future refueling coming from anywhere. They are not thriving. They are consuming themselves in the dark, alone, with nothing left to inherit their remains when they finally burn out. We've sent nothing into it. We can't. Even our most ambitious spacecraft, Voyager 1, moving at over 17 kilometers per second, would take tens of thousands of years just to escape our own solar system's gravitational influence. And it is nowhere close to leaving the Milky Way, let alone crossing 700 million light-years into a void that makes intergalactic space look crowded by comparison. If we launched a probe into the Boötes Void today, it wouldn't reach the edge of it before the sun itself died. It would become the loneliest ghost in the history of exploration, drifting through a darkness with no destination, transmitting a signal that no one and nothing would ever hear. And here is the part that should actually keep you up at night. The Boötes Void isn't even the biggest one. In 2007, astronomers discovered the Eridanus Supervoid, nearly 1 billion light-years across. So vast, some scientists have proposed it might be leaving an imprint on the cosmic microwave background itself. A cold spot literally burned into the afterglow of the Big Bang. The universe isn't mostly stars. It's mostly nothing. Empty, patient, and growing. Every galaxy you've ever seen in a photograph is a rare exception to a rule written in vast, crushing absence. We spend our lives worrying about being alone in a room, alone in a city, alone in a life. But somewhere out there, 700 million light-years from here, there may be a world where being alone doesn't mean an empty street. It means an empty universe. truly disturbing part is this: we have no way of knowing if something is already watching that void from the inside, wondering, just like we do, if anyone else is out there at all. But the Boötes Void isn't the only thing hiding in the dark. There's a structure even stranger, even older, a wall of galaxies so massive it shouldn't exist at all. And that's where we're going next.